WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Welcome to the Havoc Hour, presented by Stockton Mortgage, your power play in mortgage lending.
NMLS 8259.
Call Jen DeTulio at 402-350-0392 for all your mortgage needs. Now, let's head to Zambruski's upstairs at the Ice Sports Complex.
Hello and welcome in to the Havoc Hour. John Abraham, I know, not your normal host, but it's totally fine. I've talked at weddings before, so that means I'm used to a crowd, so don't worry about it. I'll be totally fine. But we got an hour strength of Huntsville Havoc hockey to get into, not just the hockey, but the players. Today's players, of course, going to be Dylan Stewart and Brian Wilson, the goalie, which hopefully I'll get to at least have a little bit of a chat with. We'll see about that, but Joe Hunk is on his way on two wheels, like he said, over on the Blitz on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Thank you for joining us here on WZZN TV, where you can hop into the comment section and ask your questions now, or just chat with us throughout the entire show. As always, we are presented by Stockton Mortgage and Jen DeTulio. All of your mortgage lending needs, she is the person to contact for all of that good stuff. Well, the Havoc had in itself an interesting, colorful weekend. It's not because of the ice play and all of that good stuff. It was mainly just because of the Margaritaville jerseys, which I'm still kind of scratching my head about. I think they were a good choice, a little bit different, but you know what? Rest in peace, Jimmy Buffett. I have a Jimmy Buffett bike, if anybody's wondering, so I know the man pretty well. Never actually been to a Margaritaville myself. But those jerseys, definitely something interesting. The night before that, though, of course, they were rocking those sick glow uniforms, which I wish that I could get a hold of. Not able to find those, actually. I'm actually waiting for them to be on the aftermarket. But I already see people arguing in the comment section. What's up, Matthew? It's good to see you yet again. We've been talking literally all day. I've had 3 shows in the morning. Joe, of course, wears a bunch of hats as well. Doing a baseball game doesn't always go like how a hockey game does. Hockey games, it's a lot of quick, fun action, whereas baseball games, they can stretch out a little bit. 4 hours, I believe. He was at UAH at Charger Park, and he was calling that Chargers game. But he is on his way down here to enjoy a little bit of Huntsville Havoc conversation here at the wonderful, very beautiful, very fun Huntsville Iceplex, and also Zambruski's, the tavern that overlooks 2 ice rinks, where you're able to either come out over here, enjoy some beer, enjoy some dollar off beer, and then also go on to the other side, and you can watch. There's sometimes like people are ice skating in different ways. It's not the typical way. And then on top of that, give us a few years, and this whole place is going to look completely different. If you've seen the news, the stories, all of that, all of the Huntsville Iceplex is getting totally revamped, and that's going to be a lot of fun to see this place just totally grow all the way up until October 2026. I believe that's exactly when this place is going to be open for business yet again. And, of course, why not? It's Huntsville. This is going to be happening fast, so I'm very much looking forward to it. We also get to talk to Coach Blasius, and last time I got to really sit down with him, his face was in a screen, and we were in Birmingham, and I had literally no time to talk with him. So hopefully, if Joe is, taking his time on his way over here, I'll get a little bit of time to sit down and talk with Blasius, talk a little bit about what he does, and maybe ask him a few questions on whether or not he really got involved with the video production itself, or maybe just looking at videos and also just telling the guys where to go. I think we're going to get the latter. And it's also going to be interesting because the Havoc will probably be on location. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I think I am. I know he didn't say anything about it, but they will probably be on location tomorrow for a little bit of practice here in the beautiful, beautiful Huntsville Iceplex. We're going to hop into a break. When we get back, hopefully Joe Hunk's going to be on location because, he does bring that energy. And also, he hangs out with the players quite a bit more because he literally sits right next to them, which I did get to experience that. Sitting next to these hockey players, they're 10 times taller because they're wearing their skates. And on top of that, we have to mute the mics a lot. I don't blame them. I know how it is being on the sidelines, guys. There's a lot of energy, a lot of passion, and I know these guys are going to bring it tonight. So we're going to hop into a break. When we get back, we're talking to Coach Blasius a little bit more about this Huntsville Havoc team as we get closer to the postseason. So sit tight, get some drinks, some brewskis with the bros, and also maybe, a pizza. Their pizzas are really good. So we'll be right back here on the Havoc Hour on WZZN TV and on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Hi, folks. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, inviting you to come test drive any one of our over 100 F-150s. From rock-solid, dependable work trucks to our state-of-the-art Platinum Series, we've got an F-150 for you. Test drive one today, and you'll understand why the F-150 is the best-selling truck in America, going on 48 years in a row. Just as successful offenses and defenses are built on teamwork, Woody Anderson Ford is powered by our people. Our sales and service teams are well-trained to save you time and money. And because we want your business again and again, no one will work harder to earn it. Our mobile service teams come to your home or business for oil changes, brake work, tire rotations, and more. And the great thing is you don't pay extra for it. We come to you with mobile service at no extra charge. Proud to be local, family-owned, and at your service for over 62 years. Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore.
In football and in finance, the best offense is a good defense. Neighbors Wealth Management has joined forces with Alliance Group to provide Alabamans with world-class financial service on both sides of the ball. Get the expertise to grow your wealth and protect your assets all under one roof. Give us a call and let's work together to turn your personal financial franchise into a perennial powerhouse. 256-469-2324 or visit us at neighborswealthmanagement.com. That number again is 256-469-2324 or neighborswealthmanagement.com.
I'm here with the Vice President of Mortgage from Bank of Frank Ewing in Hazel Green. John Kendall has an opportunity for you.
That's right, Scott. If you're looking for a job, come see me. It is a great opportunity. If you want to get in business, you're bored with your dead-end desk job, give me a call. 256-507-9180.
It is Bank of Frank Ewing in Hazel Green. They need you. Bank of Frank Ewing in Hazel Green is an FBI insured bank, as well as equal housing.
MLS number 446-707.
By now, you know about Eagle Masonry and Insulation, and maybe you know that Eagle also does landscaping and dirt work. But how about after paint work? Shower doors, shelving, and mirrors, all taken care of by Eagle, the same Eagle that takes care of all your masonry, insulation, and landscaping needs. Eagle brings the same level of expertise to all these disciplines, and they're ready to provide you with a free quote. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
The state's largest orthopedic group is growing to meet the needs of the patients in our community. The Orthopedic Center has long been the most trusted name in orthopedics in North Alabama. So as our area continues on the fast track, so does the need for premier orthopedic care anywhere and anytime you need it. TOC is proud to announce the opening of our new locations in Albertville and Hampton Cove, along with the grand opening of our newest office in Decatur. These clinics will offer the same high-quality orthopedic care you have come to associate with TOC, with the convenience of being closer to home. As a patient, your time is your most precious asset, and we recognize that at TOC. That's why we are also proud to announce the opening of our urgent ortho clinics to handle those bumps and bruises that need prompt attention. These clinics are available to care for acute orthopedic injuries with no appointment necessary. With 38 physicians, 20 centers of excellence, and now more than a dozen locations to serve you, TOC will continue to be the name you turn to for the best orthopedic care at the right time. Visit our website at visittoc.com for more information. TOC, helping you live a better life.
Hey there, Bob Baumhauer again. Baumhauer's Victory Grill is extremely proud to have recently received numerous awards, including being voted best wings in the state of Alabama. Other awards received include Best All-Around Restaurant, Best American Restaurant, #1 Sports Bar, Best Chef, Best Wings, and Best Dining Experience. Thank you for 43 legendary years, and we look forward to providing you an award-winning dining experience at every visit. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
Listen to the Havoc Hour on Tuesdays live from Zambruski's upstairs at the Ice Sports Complex, the Huntsville Havoc's home away from home. And Havoc fans, you can earn reward points for attending. Presented by Stockton Mortgage.
In MLS 8259.
On 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
And welcome back into the Havoc Hour. John Abraham chilling out with an hour straight. Not the whole time. Joe Hunk will be replacing me here momentarily, probably for the best because there he is. Yep, you see him. He came in on two wheels. I believe it. I truly do. But we're chilling here at the Huntsville Iceplex, talking a little bit of Huntsville Havoc. I would say the whole time. And I'm here with Coach Blasius. And Coach, last time I got to sit down with you was I think it was in Pelham.
Yeah, it was in Birmingham.
And it was for a split second because I think there was only one chair, and I might have sat right next to you on that chair, and then you had to get right back into work.
That's tight living up there. When you and Joe and me were all up there, it was a pretty tight spot for the three of us. It's probably meant for one person, and we somehow made three people work there for 3 hours.
Oh, so. No doubt about it. And I mean, they're great people up there. Maybe on the ice they're a little bit less, but regardless of that, I mean. Going up against a team like the Birmingham Bulls, of course, you had to face them just at the VBC a few days ago, and sadly, I mean, it didn't come out the outcome you guys wanted, but of course, there's still a few more games left before the postseason. Talk about that switch from playing in a place like Pelham, smaller arena, and then just switching right back to the VBC with the electric atmosphere.
Birmingham's a tough place to play. They play really well in their building. They have a really good home ice record. What makes it tough is they get when they get buzzing, the crowd gets into it. Yeah, it's kind of like Roanoke in a way. They score a goal, they throw a big hit, whatever, and all of a sudden they feed off the energy of the crowd. And like you said, it's a really small building. It's right on top of you. Everything's right there. So I think the key for us is the day you guys were there, we lost 3-2. We went back the next night. We beat them 3-2. Yeah. The thing about us is,
were we the bad luck charms? I mean, I'm just going to throw that out there. I'll be blunt with you.
No, I think we when we struggle against them is we kind of get away from our identity.
Gotcha.
We want to play fast. We want to play heavy. We want to play what we call above them. We don't want to let them train. They're deadly off the rush. We turn pucks over, they're going to kill us. And that's what happened Thursday night here at the VBC is. It's just poor puck management. Mm-hmm. We put the puck in bad spots, and they have a lot of guys that can, we call them one-shot guys. They don't need a lot of time or space. They just get the puck off their stick, and we give them time and space. They're that much more deadly.
Yeah.
And before you know it, we're looking up, we're like, okay, it's 2-0, 3-1. We tied at 3. It's 5-3, and it's like God, you're gonna have those games, especially late in the year. We've been clinching a play. Not that it's an excuse, but we've just been clinching a playoff berth for a while. So we're just trying to get there. Yeah. And the guys had a really good bounce back effort on Friday against Evansville. It's a game we pretty much dominated from start to finish. And, to win 5-0, Willie had a great night in net. We bounced scoring. So, like I said, the thing when we play Birmingham is just we have to stay to our identity. And the minute we get away from that, that's when we get ourselves in trouble.
Well, you guys kind of got away from that identity just a little bit, I would say, on Margaritaville night, just because the uniforms, they were totally different. I mean, they were colorful, they were, busy, there was so much going on. Does that kind of change the way that you help out this team? Because obviously it's a different looking team. Does it ever throw you off when you're seeing these different uniforms?
For me, the only thing is when I'm doing the video stuff is sometimes you kind of can pick up some guys who they are by their the way their body statures on the ice.
The tuck that they have. That's how I go off the NHL games.
Some guys tuck a jersey and whatever, but it can get difficult for me at times. Especially on face-offs. It's easy. When Gio's taking a draw, he's a lefty, or Stewie's a little bit of hunch over. I can see he's a bigger player, but it's sometimes decipher who between Matt Allen and Sam Ruffin, both smaller right-handed guys in that circle. It's with those uniforms, it's I struggle with that. Sometimes I have to, in real time as you're tagging it, sometimes you can't always get the number of the player. And then when you do the review, you can hit the rewind button and be okay, yeah. Because when I'm doing it live, there's no rewind. It's, you miss it. And then you gotta go back and kind of watch it. And sometimes it happens. Sometimes you miss something. You're okay, at 13:37 in the first, okay, I missed that hit, or I missed who that was. So then when I close the file at the end of the period, I can fast forward to I can rewind right to it and then pull the analysis up and hit whatever button that is to tag it. Because I have a little bit of I have about 30 seconds to a minute before Stu and Ty get back there and get situated what they want to do. So if I miss something, sometimes I'll write it down. I don't miss much, but there are times as you said, or someone has a scoring chance or whatever, and you want to know who that is. I'll go back to that and be okay, who had that look?
Yeah.
Because sometimes they don't see it from the bench either. So sometimes they'll come in and hey, who threw that hit, in the corner? And I was telling you off air, for as loud and as busy as the Margaritaville jerseys were, the hardest jerseys for me are when we wear the black ones with the red lettering and the red numbers. Like, I can't pick those up at, like, from where the camera angle sits at the BBC. Like, I just can't see those numbers.
It all just kind of blends in.
Sweat doesn't help.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, what's up? How's it going?
I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, no, sweat doesn't help as well, Coach. I mean, look, no. And trust me, you're not the only one that was screwing up with the Margaritaville jerseys. Like, those things were difficult to try to see in there with it. But I was actually curious because, let's be honest, like, over the first 2 periods of the Birmingham Bulls game, it was a different looking team than what we saw in the last period. Like, I felt like in the last period, we kind of finally got a lot of things going in that one. I know that's the period that you are on the bench after you've done a lot of the film work in it. What did you see in that Bulls game, like as you were watching it from back there, that allowed us to get into that situation where literally we get into a 6-man opportunity that we could have tied the game up with?
Play to our identity.
Yeah.
So it sounds so simple and benign, but it's true. Like, every team has an identity. We like to play fast. We have to support the puck. You know, the minute we start getting spread out and disconnected, that's when we get in trouble, because we start turning pucks over, because we start having to make these long passes across the rink, long stretch passes. And Birmingham does a really good job playing above you. And they'll turn you, if they turn you over, they're deadly on transition.
Right.
So that's, I mean, if you look at some of the goals they scored, like, literally it's off of our turnovers.
Oh, yeah, 2-1. I mean,
yeah, defensive breakdowns, you know, like where we leave, like, we left Ballant wide open a couple of times, and that guy's an elite goal scorer. You just can't do that. And in the third period, you know, we tightened it up. We're all like, we're playing fast. Now we're playing connected. We're turning them over. We're getting opportunities. Yeah, we were sitting there, you know, 4 minutes to go, like, we're in a 6-5 game, you know. But yeah, it's a game. We sat there like, man, for as bad as we've played, we can't believe we're 6-5 right now. Like,
no, and that's a true thought.
And honestly, like, between the second and third period, like, came in the office, we're down 5-3, and we're like, we could be down 10-3 right now. Like, we played horrifically bad for 2 periods. Robo played well. Willie came in off the bench, you know, and, like, we were there. And like I said, the thing that I was more proud of is, like, coming back Friday night after you have a game where you're just really that bad. You don't have any practice time. Like, you know, we changed a couple things up going into that morning, just how we kind of prepared a little bit. And I won't get into it, but just kind of a mental reset.
Absolutely.
And guys came out Friday night and, like, I mean, we're up 2-0, 3 minutes in. We're almost up 4-0. We hit a poster crossbar like 4 minutes in. I mean, we're up to almost 3-0, 4 minutes in.
What's you talking about, the roughing goal? Is that the one, or am I getting the Knights confused on it? No. The one that was off the crossbar, went crossbar down.
Yeah, no, his went in.
Yeah,
the third, like, we almost went up 3-0. It was like crossbar down or post out, whatever. Yep. But it's like right at the elbow of the net, and literally, I mean, it's weeks. But I mean, that's how. I mean, we played really, really well Friday and Saturday. Like, we were okay, and you're just in a 3-3. And the thing about Saturday was, I think when, you know, Evansville came out in the third period, they tied it up like a minute and a half in.
Yes.
I think a couple weeks ago we might have struggled in that third period, like, you know, and the power play helped, the 5-minute major helped and stuff like that, where we were on the power play for almost 7 minutes.
That somebody had to take the.
Yeah, we called it. We did the video this morning. We called it the triple dust off. It was really good patience on Stewie's part there. Like, he didn't panic with it. Like, got it on a stick.
Right.
Like, elevated it, because you look at that goal, it's a massive ball in front. Like, if he just tries to shovel that in, like, so it hits somebody.
Oh, yeah, if he goes low, there was a guy right in frund of him.
Yeah, I don't know whether it hits CC or hits one of their defenders, but, like, he had the poise and the patience to, you know that he had that time to, take a couple, get it firmly on a stick and elevate it. But I think a couple weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, like, when we were kind of in a little bit of a funk, we were struggling a little bit. I don't know how that game turns out to, but, like, the guys, Evansville scored early. We kept our poise. We just went back to work, and we're tired. I mean, 3 games in 3 nights, and we're playing at a fast pace. And
you could see it too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could definitely see it in the third.
Guys, you struggle to get to your spots, and it's like, these aren't like NHL rosters. They're not like ECHL American League rosters where you're playing with 20 guys and you have a fourth line. And, like, we're playing 10 forwards and 60. Like, we're playing with 2 less forwards every night than, like, you see at the higher levels. So the guys are on the ice more, and it's like they get, you can work out, train as much as you want, but at the end of the day, you're playing 3 games in 3 nights. Like, yeah, you get a little tired, but the guys found a way. And, like, it kind of reminded me back in the beginning of the year sometimes when we maybe had a C+ game, but we just kind of figured it out. Like, it wasn't a Picasso. You're not going to look at, like, hey, we played great. We played well enough to win and figure it out, and that's a really good thing going into playoffs, because sometimes in playoffs it's not going to look pretty, but nobody cares how it looks in the playoffs as long as you get the win.
Win's a win.
Win's a win in the playoffs, and like that's what Saturday night to me was. Like it was a win. Like we just figured it out.
Well, if it wasn't a Picasso, I mean, it wasn't quite stick figures, but I mean, what are we talking here? Like 6-year-old learning to draw? Like how are we describing this?
Decent high school artist.
Okay,
maybe?
Decent high school artist. Okay, no, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But look, and Willie's here, and I know that everybody's had like this amazing reaction with Willie coming in, but you said something a little while ago that I think kind of needs to be said a second time, and it does go back to the Birmingham night because obviously he was extremely frustrated. Willie comes in, Robo goes out, and there's always been this like, okay, who's one, who's two, and this sort of thing. But you said it. Robo didn't play bad that night.
No, we hung him out to dry.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, it was awful. Like, I mean, even in the first period, I'm like, this is you as a coach, you sit there and say, even after the first period with the opportunities we're giving up, you're like, this is not sustainable. Like, you cannot leave guys open that wide open and give them those kind of looks because it doesn't always have to be 55 shots to wear a goalie out.
Right.
Sometimes it can be 25, 30, but if they're the looks that they were getting, which they were, as a coach, like if you don't tighten this up, like there's no way this is sustainable for 3 periods because he's either like, we're going to give up 8 or 9, or he's going to get hurt if we don't get him out of there. And sometimes when you change goalies, it kind of opens the rest of the guys' eyes. We're like, okay, like we just had to pull Robo, who's arguably the best goalie in the league, because we're not playing well in front of him.
Right.
This was not, hey, Robo gave up 5, we're pulling him. No, we gave up 5 and he took the beating, so we got him out of there. And I think in the third period that might have had a little something to do with it, kind of woke guys up a little bit in the sense of like, hey, like we got to get going here. You saw the difference in the third.
Oh no, third was amazing. And one of the things that I kept saying on the air, and I don't know if this is even true when it is as simple as that, but because of how well that we've been playing on the power play and how awful Birmingham was, especially on the road in the power play, or on the penalty kill, is it seriously as simple as get on the power play and there's your opportunity to do it? Because I felt like that was when we were getting our best opportunities, which, I mean, obviously it makes sense, but at the same time, they're still the worst in the league in the PK.
It can, and it can be that simple times. Like it can flip momentum,
right?
Like, especially like now all of a sudden you have possession of the puck, you start snapping it around, you start getting looks, you put it, even if you don't score on that power play, like you've established them, you flip the script a little bit, you change them, you flip the ice is tilted in your favor now, and you've got them on their heels where you can start kind of, you build off of that. And then if you get the goal, it's even better now. But the thing, you get the goal, you come back 5-on-5, you have to have a really good shift after that. Sometimes you can kind of get caught sleeping. Hey, we had a great power play, we scored a power play goal, but then the next thing you know, like you're hemmed in your own end for 2 minutes because you just assumed, okay, we've got the power play and we got the momentum. Well, no, they're good. Like they're going to push back, and so you just got to think it can be that simple, but sometimes I felt like in the third period of that game, our details were way better. Like we were working the spots, we were supporting the puck better. We weren't passing up looks either. That's the other thing. Sometimes we can be a little stubborn as a group.
Yes.
And try to look for the perfect play. And so sometimes, like, especially like that night, I didn't think Lotz was very good.
Mm-hmm.
And it was finally like in the third period, we started just firing, we just started putting pucks on net, just making him work. And like I said, we almost tied it up.
All right, now, Coach, we got to let you go. But before we do, and before we get Willie and we get Stu on, because they're not paying attention right now, you can literally say anything you want to about them never mind, they are. So now you got to actually be a little bit more censored. I know, obviously, we know about Stu. He's been here for a minute. Yeah. But Willie coming back, ECHL, obviously, you're looking at this. How does it feel to have somebody back there where, again, in a situation like we're in, where Robo's getting left out to dry, that you feel confident enough that you can put Willie in and, hey, we still have the opportunity to come back?
Yeah, I think it's the most important thing is it's kind of like in football, the most important guy is the backup quarterback because you're starting quarterback that's hurt. You got to have a guy that can go in and give you an opportunity to win. And I would put Willie in like top 2, top 3 in this league. And, I having been in that league before, having been at coaching the ECHL, when you come back to here, the game slow. You probably asked Willie this, but I think the game slows down a little bit. Like he sees it clearer now because the pace isn't quite as fast, but now like he's used to seeing a different level of shooter. And, so from that aspect, like you feel more comfortable in the sense like, and plus you're just, the level of player you play against and the little bit of like the habits and details you have to have at that level to play at that level, it's different than here.
Absolutely.
And so like I think him coming back here, that helps us. It gives us guys, and like I said, the guys are confident in either one. Like we can put either guy in net, and we feel like we have. Willie went on the road before he went up, got called ECHL. He went up the road Peoria, absolutely outplayed Colby Muse, and we won that game 3-2. So it's a testament that both of those guys that, we have two of the top 3 goalies in the league. I mean, Colby Muse is right there. I mean, you can make the argument when Peoria came here, Muse stole both games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like he was played out of his mind.
Yeah, I let him know before he left. I hated him.
Yeah. I mean, so like, and Willie's great in the locker room. Guys love him. Like it's funny because him and Robo have a little bit different personality. Robo's like super intense, and Willie's just like happy-go-lucky. Like he's super chill. Like just kind of it's a good balance between the two of them. Like you have they both go about it their own way.
Yes,
and they're both really elite goalies, and that's like I said. But it's also a good balance in the sense of like Robo is like super intense and super hyper competitive, and not that Willie's not. He just goes about it a different way in the sense like he's just kind of chill and relaxed and stuff. And like I said, you look at the goal he gave up in the third period of the Birmingham game. He'll be the first one to tell you, like, it's got to stop that one.
Yeah.
But he comes back next night, those 35 save shutout. Like, that's
absolutely.
Like, the memory is, like, really short. And, like, he just comes back and, like, he has short memory. And just, like, that's the mark of a great goalie. Like, it didn't beat him up. Like, and even in that period, like, he gave up that goal and then locked it down and gave us an opportunity to get the 6-4, to get the 6-5, to be able to pull the goalie at 6-on-5 and have a couple looks. I mean, some goalies, they give up that goal, and next thing you know, it's 8-4. 8-3 because they're still thinking about the one they gave up.
Yep.
And like he was just like he flushed it and like literally gave us a chance to win that game.
All right, well let's talk to Willie, D Stu. Where did they go? Y'all okay? I was like, y'all leave?
They're doing a caber inflation.
Like,
they're gonna start ordering food now, and like I might have to stick around here for another segment.
No, absolutely. Yeah. No, yeah, that's exactly what it is. No, we're gonna make them get here. I know Stu likes to take his time in doing things like scoring goals. Sorry. I'm still going to pick on him about it, even if he did score it. I know. I love you, Stu.
That's all that matters.
He does score it.
We don't ask how they go in as long as they go in. So.
Right, and so that's what we're going to do. Let's talk to Stu. Let's talk to Willie as we are here live at the Havoc Hour, courtesy of Jen DeTulio and Stockton Mortgage at Zambruski's. Coach Blasius, thank you so much. John, thank you so much. As I've been literally running around like crazy.
Man in sports radio.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I have never in my life wanted to go punch a teenager, but I almost did there. If the home run that almost got hit in the 9th inning would have been fair, I still wouldn't be here. All right, well, let's go back to that after I just said I would hurt a kid on television.
Teenagers are different.
Teenagers are different. That's legal,
scare
right?
the crap out of me.
Okay, cool. We're just going to stop and let's just keep going as we continue here at Zambruski's with the Havoc Hour on 97.7 ESPN The Zone and WCCN TV.
ESPN The Zone.
Eagle Masonry and Installation. It's right there in the name. Eagle is your one-stop shop for block, stone, or brickwork, monument signs, and outdoor kitchens and fireplaces. Eagle also offers the finest craftsmanship in insulation, including fiberglass or spray foam insulation, and of course, insulation removal. Philip Love and his team have years of experience, bringing the region the best in masonry and insulation services. For more information and a quote, visit insulatewitheagle.com or call 256-755-1556. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
The state's largest orthopedic group is growing to meet the needs of the patients in our community. The Orthopedic Center has long been the most trusted name in orthopedics in North Alabama. So as our area continues on the fast track, so does the need for premier orthopedic care anywhere and anytime you need it. TOC is proud to announce the opening of our new locations in Albertville and Hampton Cove, along with the grand opening of our newest office in Decatur. These clinics will offer the same high-quality orthopedic care you have come to associate with TOC, with the convenience of being closer to home. As a patient, your time is your most precious asset, and we recognize that at TOC. That's why we are also proud to announce the opening of our urgent ortho clinics to handle those bumps and bruises that need prompt attention. These clinics are available to care for acute orthopedic injuries with no appointment necessary. With 38 physicians, 20 centers of excellence, and now more than a dozen
Second one? We made the shift, Joe.
Hey, let you know, he killed the feed, so if you want to put it on Facebook, you can.
Okay.
Maybe.
See, sometimes doesn't want to work, and then second, then I decide you want to make it work, only because I actually had one pulled up for these two, and just decided it did not want to work tonight. So welcome into the Havoc Hour. Joe Huck now sitting here, Brian Wilson, as well as D. Stu, as right now, I'm never going to find that. As we are live from Zambruski's, courtesy of Stockton Mortgage, as well as Jim DiTullio. See, now there it goes. See, now it doesn't possible. No, it doesn't. Dang it, screw you, phone. Let's just keep going with this right now. Okay, so these guys are sitting here. This is your opportunity. It is so easy for you. All you got to do is get in on the chat, whether it's on WZZ and TV, whether we are on Facebook, Twitter, wherever it is. You can ask your questions. We have got it pulled up right here where we can get this thing going and start asking these. Now, Stu is a veteran of this. This is his second go out on this. Willie, this had to be called up. So we never got you on until this week. Second, I even told you Friday night. I was like, you haven't been on. I'm nominating you to come on to the Havoc Hour so that we can talk to you. Give you nights. Day one. Yeah, my schedule. I appreciate it. My people talk to your people. Yeah. That's what we talked about in the conversation with it. But for you, and I'm genuinely curious about this because you come back, you get the shutout.
And obviously, first off, are you a person that normally have you ever like slammed the goal down or anything after it? Like, be honest.
No, I've never done that. It's
okay.
Not really, I don't know, not really in kind of what I do. So.
No, I mean, trust me, after what Coach Blaze just said just a little bit ago about how chill you are at times, I kind of got that image on it. Yeah. But because of some things that had happened at the arena previously, a couple of weeks prior, I was just curious if that was going to place. But third period, is it like baseball in a no-hitter? Like, are you aware that you haven't let anything through? Do you start thinking about that at all? Or like, how does that work in hockey?
Yeah, you're aware of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, if you start thinking about it too much, it's obviously kind of not the mindset you want to be in. So
Right.
Just try and treat it like the rest of the game, like any other time, like my job, whether it's 5-0 us or 5-0 them, and first period, third period, still the exact same. I just got to go out there and stop the puck. So it's just try and kind of keep that mindset.
Well, and again, you got put into a weird situation. I know it's part of being a goalie, giving up some goals. They swap you and Robo out. How weird is that to like go in whenever you are planning on basically having the night off?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's just part of it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pretty much go back to what I said on the last answer, and the fact that
you can't double up answers, man.
It's the same concept though. Like coming into a game with whatever it was, 3 minutes left in the second period, like, I don't know, nobody cares if it's a hard situation. You just gotta come in and stop the puck. And, sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't, but as long as you go in there and just kind of have a consistent mindset, and go in there, and like, I just know if I go in there, I'm prepared, I give 100% effort. If I check those boxes, I'm probably going to have success most times. Sometimes I'm not, but that's just that's kind of what it is anytime, whether I'm coming into a start or coming in cold to a game. It's just, you kind of just got to treat it the same.
All right. So that's literally the last hockey question I'm asking you, unless there's going to be one in the chat. Now for D-Stu over here, see, that's it. That's all. You're good for the whole rest of the night. We just have fun. You you go into this and you score the game winner. We talked about that, obviously, last second, all this. And now I found out during the break it wasn't even a power play goal. I thought the whole time it was a power play goal.
Nope.
It wasn't?
It was 2 seconds after the power play
Son
expired.
of a gun. I thought it was 2 seconds before it ended. Okay, now I can give you more crap because you had to go the whole 7 minutes in this, but I'm joking when I say that. But we joked afterwards, pickle juice. You guys had pickle juice. You guys had what was
Pedialyte.
That's it. I was totally about to say the wrong thing that was going to be really weird. Pedialyte, all of that. for a lot of people that don't understand that, what was up with all of that in there? Because, I mean, I saw you, obviously. I was able to see, I mean, Philly was basically playing. It looked like the man had like a cramp in his leg for like the last 5.5 minutes of the game. Like, what all was going on with that?
Yeah, just it's been a little warmer outside, so the rink naturally it's just felt a lot hotter. The 2 second games, it was very hot, and we were just sweating a lot. Playing a 3-3, you don't get the proper rest that you normally get when you get to prepare normally. So boys were just cramping up, and pickle juice helps a lot. Like there's a lot of sodium in there, and the Pedialyte, they're just passing it around like a bottle on the bench.
You guys chugged that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was probably on the bench for maybe 15 seconds. I don't think you guys got through the lines before it was already gone. I mean, you guys destroyed it. Is it like a mustard thing? Does mustard kind of do the same thing? Because I've seen like football players drink mustard and things like that on the sidelines. Does that help as well?
I would never take mustard on the bench, but I heard it helps. But,
Okay.
Yeah, I've never done that.
All right, so now this is that time where we start going into some of the questions in it, because that was all I had for Stu. He knows one of the questions I'm going to ask him here in just a little bit, but this is your opportunity. You can start getting the questions in as we continue. Doesn't matter if you are here at Zambruski's inside of the Iceplex, or if you are somewhere else watching on WZZN TV. Yorkie wants to start things off by asking you guys about the favorite away barn that you guys have ever played in. Doesn't have to be SPHL. Can go back to college. Can go anywhere. Where's your favorite place that you've ever played in that wasn't your home ice?
I'm gonna say Penn State. Penn State was really fun. They packed the barn, and it's pretty. They're kind of all right on top of you. I've never played in Huntsville as a visitor, else that might be the answer. But
no, trust me. The other thing is you brought up Penn State. Did you see how Penn State advanced to the championship?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Crazy. They literally scored an OT at their home ice. I mean, that place went nuts. That's why when you said it, I could actually visualize it because I was watching it. That place is nuts.
Yeah, that wasn't in their home rink, but it was close by. So they had
out too.
So they had they had a ton of people there because it was the regional would just happen to be kind of close to Penn State, I think. So
I didn't know that because based on the crowd, you would have thought that was home ice for them.
Yeah.
What about you, Stu?
Definitely Rogers Place or Rexall Place when I was in the Western League. And also Portland Winterhawks, they had a very cool rink. It's the same as the Trailblazers. And they actually got a lot of fans there, so that was a pretty cool experience.
Wait, are you talking about is it the Rose Garden? Is that what
Rose
it was?
Garden,
Is the Rose Garden?
Yeah.
You played in the Rose Garden?
Yeah.
See, so you're over here talking about playing at Penn State. You're playing in the Rose Garden over here. Like, I mean, you guys didn't just say, oh, yeah, I loved it when I was playing in this random D3 place going around somewhere else. Like, you guys are saying some legit arenas over here. That's pretty awesome. Let's see. Jacqueline wants to know. Let's see. He making sure. No, see, here we go. Let's go with Zach's first. He wants to know about your pregame meals and game meals. Now, I know that obviously the boosters kind of give you guys meals and things like that, but for you guys, night before, I know some of you guys do pregame meals and things like that. What are you eating?
I usually, I don't have to eat this exact same thing every time or anything. If we're playing a home game, honestly, I usually just after morning skate or whatever, I'll whip on over to Whole Foods there and just grab stuff from the hot bar. I don't like cooking things like on a game day, just because I want to eat and get my pregame nap in. So yeah, I like to just kind of have it ready to go.
Pregame nap sounds so amazing.
Best part of game day.
It seriously does. It's like the best part. It really is. What about you, Stu?
The day before a game, you probably heard this on this show before, but me, Jack, and Buster, we haven't missed one since I've been here. We do a steak night where we get a nice ribeye, and then me and Buster make Brussels sprouts. Jack makes green beans, and then we all do a sweet potato or potato. And it's become like a ritual. Like it's a whole day process. We just make fun of it, and then we watch a show always after.
Oh no! You don't have to say a show. I think I know what show it is. So what show is it that you guys are watching?
We just started Severance, but we finished Love Island, Temptation Island.
That's the one.
Most reality TV I've ever watched in my life this year.
Okay, were you involved in the Bachelor draft?
Yeah, we had our own one at the house.
Okay, so is it weird to say how far did your girls go? Is that weird to say that? Like, how far did you get on this thing?
My girl Zoe, she made it to the top 3, and she didn't even have a one-on-one date until she met the family. So I think it was a good pick. And then my other girl got she got put on the IR. Her appendix exploded. So
Dude, how bad was your selection? Her appendix exploded?
Yeah, she couldn't handle the bright lights. But we did where Sam Ruffin started coming over as well, and then we did whoever was out first had to cook a meal for the final episode. So then we made burgers, and Buster's girlfriend made a nice potato salad as well because Sam joined late, so she had to make the appetizer.
Did you get in on any of this?
No, I'm just I just hear the stories. Yeah, here for the stories.
All right, so now this is where we get to get creative here. Okay, so since we've now talked about the fact that a Bachelor, and you were even saying she didn't even get a date on this. If you guys are on The Bachelor, God, I can't believe I'm asking this. You pick the dates. What are y'all picking?
Where?
Whatever. It can be anywhere in the world. Man, it's The Bachelor. You could send them to North Pole if you wanted to.
You know what? I'm gonna pay some homage to Stu's home province in Canada.
Oh,
take him to Banff.
Yeah, that's good.
Banff, Alberta, Canada. Great place.
Okay, so tell us about Banff because I asked because it says Edmonton everywhere I look when it comes to this one. So what's Banff or where is Banff?
Banff.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah,
you're from there. You're from the province. You take this one.
Banff's about a 5-hour ride from Edmonton, where I live. You'll probably see photos of it online and don't realize it's that. It's like a little mountain village, but a lot of tourism, people from all over, hot springs everywhere, and it has a little like downtown area where you can go out. A lot of good restaurants, candy stores, and nice golf courses.
Candy stores in there. Is that why you picked it?
For sure. Yeah, just for the candy stores. Yeah. 100%. I don't care about the mountains.
They got one of the most haunted hotels in Canada too, which I'm always into that stuff.
Did you know that as well?
No,
Did you know any of this?
I know a good amount of that information. Yeah. Didn't know about the haunted hotel. Did you say it was? Yeah, I didn't know about that. And there was something else in there I didn't know about. Whatever.
Okay,
yeah.
so you're taking her to Banff. Yeah. What are y'all doing while you're there? And don't use any of the answers that he just gave about all the awesome stuff that's there. This has got to be your date, man.
Well, I think we're gonna go to they have a great haunted hotel there.
You heard about this haunted hotel?
I heard about it. Yeah.
Heard good things.
Really good things. No, I don't know. It just probably. I think you could take a gondola up to like the top of one of the mountains there. Maybe do that. Probably because I would say we could walk up there, but I don't want to get too sweaty, on this date.
I mean, absolutely not. They're hot springs though, apparently. So I mean, you could just hop in a hot spring.
You can wash off. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
That'd be could throw that in there. And then, like Stu said, there's nice restaurants in the downtown area there. Go to the restaurant after, and then. I don't know, have a little night out on the town. I don't know what the nightlife's like there.
You BSing your way through this is actually extremely comical. I just kind of want to let you keep going.
Well, I mean, what else am I going to do?
I know, that's true. Okay.
Yeah,
see, so there you go. So nice. So what is the haunted house, by the way? The haunted hotel?
Haunted hotel.
Yeah, what is it?
It's the something McDonald, Hotel McDonald, or that's in Edmonton or Banff. I'm mixing it up, but I don't know. I always see like on the ghost stuff at social media, I see it's always there, but
are you
Hotel
more
McDonald, is that Edmonton or Banff?
Are you more of a haunted house guy or an aqua guy?
Aqua.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I want to know what you're talking about now. Y'all are in your own little conversation over here. I want to know what aqua is now because the haunted house, I don't know what that is.
It's an I Think You Should Leave reference. It's a
show.
If anybody out there gets it.
Okay. No, now I'm out on that because I have no idea. But now he's literally taking like your hometown or whatever as your answer, and it's his answer. So you tell me, what would you do on this since now you are part of this Bachelor draft?
I would take her to Melt in Huntsville.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's actually a really good idea, man. That's some delicious food over there.
And then I'd go frisbee golfing and play 36. Just kidding. Let's try to copy him. Realistically, we go to Dave & Buster's, play some games, get on the private jet, go to Mexico. Sushi on the beach, get on the Sea-Doo. After that, I'll set you up for the next question. Private jet, WWE live event.
Okay, that's where you just opened up. First off, I can tell the difference in who's watched the show and who is not because he's talking about a private jet. And you're just like, yeah, we're going to go with this. Second thing, Fairmont Hotel McDonald.
Yeah.
Is the name of it. It is there are some things that you can find in it. One of those is a horse that randomly runs through the hotel because it was a workhorse that collapsed during the construction of the hotel. This is making your date even better right now. I guarantee you're going to win this. You're going to get a rose.
That's why I picked this place.
Yeah. Then you have the boatman spirit, which some believe that the hotel is haunted by a spirit of a sailor from the North Saskatchewan River known as the boatman. There's probably like 5 other haunted ghosts in this, but I'm not going to do this. Now, you've brought it up. I have told Stu we were going to talk about this because I asked you on the bench after the game on Saturday. I said, which one was cooler, scoring the game winner or the wrestling match that you got to have in the New South ring before it? And your answer was, the game winner was better because I've done the wrestling thing a few times. He did. And so now I need you to expand on this because I said it was a Havoc Hour conversation.
So it is true. That was my first time in the actual wrestling ring. So getting to feel it was really cool. But when I was growing up, after school, my cousin was my neighbor, and we always had hockey academy.
Yeah.
And then we were obsessed with wrestling. So we'd get home from school, push the couches, and we'd like write matches, like storylines, and just beat the crap out of the pillow, and jump off the top of like a shelf couch. Like we'd go really hard. Like we'd actually like bleed and get ourselves banged up. So wasn't really scared jumping off the top rope.
No, most people would be on this. Did you see like any of him jumping into all this stuff that he did? Like the dude did like a frog splash off the top rope. Was it a frog splash? Yes, he did a frog splash.
Couldn't even tell you what that is, but I did see.
No, I want to hear you try to explain it. I mean, you're really good at this.
All I saw was the picture. It was good form as far as frog splashes go.
Top 5 frog splashes, go.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, not you. I want him. You can actually answer it.
It's in the top 3 that I've ever seen. And yeah, I don't know, like John Cena probably did a cool one at one point.
Top rope.
I don't know, man.
No, he only has 5 moves.
Who else is a wrestler? The Undertaker.
He did so many frog splashes. I mean, just outlandish.
I would say he was probably number 2 and 3 that I've ever seen, and Stu was probably 1.
Logan Paul's got a good frog splash.
No, I don't like his. No, he doesn't have good frog splashes. I don't think you don't know the technique like I do.
So since he knows the technique for you, what would be the top 5? Because I mean, obviously he's got his top: Undertaker, Cena.
I won't go in order. I'd say maybe RVD is my favorite though. RVD, Eddie Guerrero, Dom does it sometimes.
Dominic, he does it. I mean, it is his dad that he's paying homage to with it.
Yeah, Chavo Guerrero.
Eddie
there's
Guerrero.
one in my mind I can't think of right now, but Hornswoggle, the little guy. It's called the tadpole splash instead of the frog splash.
You could have said Hornswoggle right here and said, yeah, he's the 7-foot guy like Undertaker, and he would have believed you.
Those were great picks. That's kind of along the lines I was thinking, but they just didn't quite crack the top 3 for me. Doesn't even crack the top 3. That's difficult.
All right, so then let's ask right now, because we've got a Freddie in the chat that since we're planning things out here, he wants to know if it was your job to plan a team bonding night, what would you guys pick? And if you say that you're going to take him to Braff or wherever it is that he's from, and you start to say that you're going to get him in the spring, what is it called?
Banff.
Totally off on that. If you say Banff again, no.
Well, it'd be fun to go to the haunted hotel, right?
We're going to continue to go to the McDonald's. We want to see the horse.
It's the only thing I got. I don't know. What do you think about maybe going on a team frisbee golf trip?
After you go to Melt?
We got a few guys on the team that like to play disc golf. So, I might try and convince the rest of the boys to come out and join us. It's a good time. It's honestly just an excuse to get out for a walk, enjoy the weather. As a Canadian guy, I don't take it for granted having nice weather in February, March, those kind of months, even, October, November, start of the year.
You're lucky you're not here in August, boy. That'll change your mind.
I kind of get the best of both worlds. Like Canadian summer's hot, but it's not that bad. So I'm missing the super hot months down here. And then when it starts getting cold up there, just hop on in the car, drive a few hours down to Alabama, down to Huntsville, and it's summer weather still. So it's I don't know. I think it's a pretty good setup I got going here.
No, I mean, you at least have the best. I mean, you don't have to deal with the 115 degrees and all of that. And, so, all right. So he now wants to go disc golfing. Stu?
Oh, yeah.
Well, if Reggie's upstairs in his house isn't available for all the boys to get to, we could get a cabin and cook a nice meal, spend the day together.
He's really showing you up on the answers.
Yeah, I just love being at the lake, so I think that'd be good. Good for morale.
All right,
it's just so typical, man. Come on, like do something different.
Frisbee golfing.
Do something
We'd lose
different.
the room if we did that.
Yeah, please, so typical. Come on. Okay, so you said disc golf. I know you guys play golf as well. What is the breakdown of all the hobbies that you guys have outside of hockey?
I'd just like to announce I got my first ever eagle yesterday, golfing.
Where at?
Point Mallard.
Look at you.
Buster got on video too. If you want me to send you a copy.
Well, dude, I absolutely do. Why aren't we putting this on film everywhere? Like this is what you guys do.
I'm actually just hearing this now for the first time. Congrats, Stu.
It's in the snapper chat.
That's really cool.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, I didn't open that. Yeah, sorry.
So there you go. What's the breakdown? So you got golf. How many of you guys actually play golf?
Lots.
Pretty much everyone, I think.
Yeah, at some point everyone plays. I feel like there's guys that go more than others, but yeah.
Okay. And how many play disc golf?
Oh, we've got about we might be in double digits for guys that have played. We've had a few times last few weeks where we've had like groups of like 7 guys. It's pretty good.
Where do you guys go play?
There's lots of courses around. We'll go to Chapman Pines sometimes. Sharon Johnson. I was just at Bronze Springs today, actually, killing time before I came here. So
sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, and then there's also the gaming side of this, because I know a lot of you guys play games. Either one of y'all gamers?
Only when it was cold. Now I'm playing tennis, golfing.
You actually get out. You like getting out, which is where it comes into the cabin and the lake and all that other stuff. Okay.
Which I just wanted to bring up tennis because I've been looking for a free tennis court and I can't find one here. If the chat could help me out.
Yeah, Stu is looking for a free tennis court if you are available. UAH has like 7 of them outside. Some of them are pickleball courts. There's you some. Honestly, you could probably just go to any high school. May or may not get arrested. Don't know. But you could at least try to go to any sort of high school and potentially do that. If you have a good tennis court suggestion, you can get into the chat.
First,
yeah, you may want to stay this. They definitely may not welcome you, at least allow you within 500 yards of the building. It could be definitely a turner for you on that. So those are no's or possible. So you said that. You've said this. I'm looking at the 2 right now, going through the chat with some more questions that we have. You've done the team bonding. Looking at right now, your first time playing at the VBC.
Yeah.
Question for this is, what was the first time like playing in front of 6,300 fans?
Honestly, I don't remember a ton other than I remember standing in the tunnel, waiting for the starting lineups and like just waiting to get announced. And the building is literally just vibrating. And it was like, this is pretty cool. Like I've played in buildings that have had a lot of fans, but always really been pretty much in like a visiting building.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a pretty interesting feeling. Definitely kind of gives you the goosebumps. You're standing there, and you got the place rocking, and it's 6,200 people and they're all behind you. That's kind of what's like the most memorable thing for me, I would say is.
So now be honest. Friday night, 7:12-ish, you get announced for the first time like you did there. It wasn't the first time, but you get announced and you come out from underneath the wolf to that reaction.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
That was good. Yeah. I actually don't like notice that stuff or think about it too much. But the first night I came back for that Peoria game.
Yep.
My first start back. I was like, I came out of there and I like got the chills coming out. It was pretty crazy. Like the fans were pretty loud. Unfortunately, well, not quite, but unfortunately gave up 6 after that. But
I mean, look, semantics.
It's,
okay.
Yeah,
What 6?
You know, it happens. Yeah.
I mean, come on. What's it matter on there? Stu, you actually have a question from Steven just a second ago because he is the wrestling fan over here. If you could plan the main events for WrestleMania 41, what would you pick?
For this WrestleMania?
That's this WrestleMania, the one that's going to be coming up in a few weeks.
I like John Cena versus Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
I wish he embraced the heel a bit more and dressed up different, even though that's the whole thing. So, actually, Rock versus Roman Reigns, I would have liked to see just because that'd be awesome. I sound like a nerd saying that, but
no.
And then a one-on-one match, CM Punk and Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins is my favorite of this era. CM Punk's my last. Like, it's cool that it's a triple threat, but so any of those three main eventing, I'm sure The Rock versus Roman Reigns would be the one that goes last. Would be pretty cool.
Well, I think your answer's awesome, but I mean, I really think that Willie's going to have an even better answer.
Well, those were fantastic picks. And I was wondering why this question wasn't directed at me. Yeah, if I was setting it up, I mean, first off, I'd probably start by picking a venue to have it at.
It's already booked, but
and then, well, no, you have to set the whole thing up.
Oh, he wants you to plan the whole thing. I mean, he wants you to be a booker.
You have to plan the event. Yeah.
So then, where would you plan the event?
At a venue.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool. Any venue, just
one of them.
One of them. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. No problem.
I would definitely do that. I'd probably put a ring in the middle of the venue.
I mean, that helps when
Yeah.
you're doing wrestling. It's one of those things.
Do they still do cage matches? Maybe I'd throw a cage in there.
There are cage. Yeah, there are
I do
cage.
that?
Yeah.
The main event
Is
of
that legal?
WrestleMania?
Can I do
Are you
that?
insane.
Yeah, and then I'd have some dudes fight each other for sure.
I mean, that's good to have
Yeah.
at a wrestling event that's
Yeah.
based on that.
Do
That's
some wrestling stuff.
yeah. Do some
I
of
think
that.
Like an AEW guy.
Personally, I feel like that's how I would handle it. That's how I would probably set up the event.
I mean, I think that'd be a winner. I mean, nothing like any guys in particular, or just like the guys.
I'd say the guys, like they're
Yeah, the guys.
I would,
Yeah,
who I
boys.
would maybe throw in there on my main card. After seeing those pictures, I would probably throw Dylan Stewart on there.
I mean,
Stu as he's.
I like the way that you're
named
the only
now.
one that's getting brought up in this because you were the one that was like 20 feet in the air with the frog
Well,
splash on it.
you know what? You versus Fish, main event.
Or tag team partners.
Well, okay, then we'll do a tag team match as the main event. I don't know.
Better question is, do you know what a tag team match is?
Probably.
Okay, just double checking
Yeah,
on that. Okay.
there's- actually, okay. Well, you're not both in there at the same time. You got to get tagged in. Boom, you switch out, right?
It depends, but in this scenario, we'll say it like this. We'll say that it's just you have to tag and get in. Yes.
Okay, I thought I was more looking for clarification there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That there wasn't actually more to the sentence at all. There
No,
was
I
just
was
you just want to
curious.
know. Okay, cool,
Yeah.
absolutely. Dude, you really think fast on your feet all the time, don't you? I mean, it is really just fun trying to see you just try to think fast on your feet.
I'm going to change my answer.
Okay, you change your answer.
Let's hear it.
Seth Rollins versus John Cena main event. They're my two favorites.
Yeah, great guy.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Do you
Can't
wish
see him
that he would?
sometimes. Yeah.
Do you wish he would kind of lean into the heel roll a little bit more too?
For sure. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't really like the toes. I'm more of a heel guy, so I think you got to go. Yeah, got to lean into the. Got to lean into the heel more. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's better for your balance.
It is. I mean, you got to lean into the hill a little bit
Yeah.
because you don't want to lean too far forward,
Exactly.
and you're not going to have any balance.
They do say stay on your toes, though. So yeah.
I mean,
But what if they have a baby face?
Sorry, what?
What if they have a baby face?
That has nothing to do with the heel and the toe, man. I don't know. What you're
no.
talking
I
about.
mean, babyface has nothing to do with it with this conversation at all.
No, yeah. Like, why are you going off topic?
I mean, you got to
Gotta
answer
read a
the
couple
question.
books, man.
I don't know what you're saying.
God, you would be so amazing wrestling party. Did you weren't here for AEW, were you? Or were you here for AEW?
No, I wasn't here for that. No.
He would be amazing at that. Just trying to him coming up with his own stories for the guys. Like Stu would be into it. Like you could see how into this he is.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be like, oh yes, like because what was it that started off that night? Because it was who was it that was the very first match? Because it was like literally this guy that has wrestled all over the world.
Oh yeah. I forget his name.
Yeah, and so a Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
So it was Will Ospreay who, again, this is kind of like this guy that truly was selling out arenas around the country, like major stadiums, like the Tokyo Dome, 90,000 people watching him.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
1,000%. I know what it is. And so he's getting into it, and then you're sitting over here literally coming up with your own story about what's going on with him and why he's in this situation.
For sure, yeah.
Oh,
I could do it probably, maybe. I don't know.
You're much better at hockey. You're much better at hockey.
That's why I play.
No, that's it. All right, so let's just go ahead and wrap this up. As I have loved sitting here trying to get him to go off on it. Stu, I love absolutely everything. It is so much fun having you and joking around with you on this.
Appreciate it.
Dude,
not me.
No, I'm getting that. Did you see me turn your way?
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was about to compliment you because literally I could have asked you anything and you would have BS'd your way to it for the next 35 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, someone's got to do it.
I mean, somebody does.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all have our things we're good at, and mine's probably just hockey.
No, also thinking on your feet. You're really good at thinking on your feet. I will give you that.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Now let's think on our feet this weekend. Get 1 point. Can we do that? Yeah. All good?
Why just one?
Well, I'm just saying one at the least.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It's manageable.
Okay, cool. All right, everybody give it up for these guys. We will see y'all next Tuesday. It'll be a playoff edition. We'll see you on the Havoc Hour.